Here we have a question that we have a triangle ABC, and in the triangle we have to find out whether AB, AC, BC are in decreasing order of their lengths or not. Now, so to begin with, let us quickly understand one basic concept of the triangle, that in case of any triangle, the side opposite to the biggest angle is always biggest and side opposite to the smallest angle is always smallest. Let me quickly write it down as well here, because I think that it can be useful to some extent. And what I'm saying is side opposite to the biggest angle is always biggest, and the same is true for the smallest side opposite to the smallest angle is the smallest. You can always verify it by taking any example. For example, if you take a very regularly used triangle, that is 30 60 90 triangle, then you see the side opposite to 30 is x, side opposite to 60 is root 3x, side opposite to 90 is 2x. So the side opposite to the biggest angle 90 is biggest, and side opposite to the smallest angle is the smallest. Now here we have to compare these three sides, AB, AC, BC. So AB is this complete angle, so angle C has to be looked at. AC is the side opposite to angle B, and BC is the side opposite to angle A. So we have to find out, is angle C less than angle B less than angle A or not. We need to find out the answer to the question in the form of either yes or no. Now let's quickly look at the first statement. The first statement says that y1 is equal to c1. Now because y1 is equal to c1, and the value of y1 could be any value. Actually, if you see that y1 can definitely not be 90 degrees, it has to be slightly less than 90 degrees. So we could assume different possibilities of the triangle. And for example, if I say that y1 is equal to 30 degrees, c1 is equal to as well 30 degrees in that case. Now this angle becomes 120 degrees. That means the side AC is the biggest. So answer to the question becomes no, because the remaining two angles also will be less than 120 degrees for sure. But if this 30 degree instead, if I take it to be, for example, 70 degrees, so this is 70 degrees, this also becomes 70 degrees, so this angle becomes 40. Now AC is no more the biggest, because the other angles will actually be even at least this angle will be bigger than 70 degrees. So the answer in that case will be no. Therefore the first statement is clearly not sufficient to answer the question. We have just taken two instances to prove that this is not sufficient. Let's look at the second statement where y1 says equal to 60 degrees. If y1 is 60 degrees, then we don't know anything about c1, but because these two angles can take any possible value, c1 could be 90 or b could be 90, and they can be differently distributed. So the second statement as well is not sufficient to answer the question. Now our only aim is to see whether together the two statements are sufficient or not. Now when we combine the two statements, we understand that angle y1 is 60 degrees. If this angle is 60, angle c1 also becomes 60. That means angle b also becomes 60. Now if angle b is 60 degrees, that means AC is definitely not the biggest side. And because we have this angle 60 degrees, this angle definitely should be less than 60 degrees, and this entire angle should definitely be greater than 60 degrees, because only a part of it is 60 degrees. Now we have the exact order of the angles. That means we know that AB has to be the biggest side, and the next side should be the side opposite to angle B, which is AC. So AB has to be biggest, then comes AC, and then comes BC, because the angle opposite to the BC has to be least. So this should be the correct order, and the answer to the question is definitely yes. So the answer to the question is option C. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the learning.